Percents and fractions. Hello everybody, Mr. Cruz here again. So today we will convert percents to fractions in simplest form and the other way around. Let's begin with our first question, 20%. So the way you write it down as a fraction is, by definition, percent means per 100. So 20% means 20 out of 100 or 20 per 100. Okay, so from there you could just go continuous division, or you could just find the GCF, which is 20. So divide that, 20 divided by 20 is 1. And then 100 divided by 20, that is 1/5. Okay, so another way is this. Since you have the two zeros there, you could easily say 20 out of 100. Just cross out the zeros. That'll be 2/10. Now you know that you could easily divide it by 2. And then the answer is same thing, 1/5. Now let's look at question number 2. 32% as a fraction simplest form. 32% is simply put 32 out of 100, 32 per 100. Now you could use continuous division to make it in simplest form. I could think of 2 because they're both evens. That would be 32 divided by 2, 16. 100 divided by 2, and that's 50. Are we done? Let's take a look at it. 16 over 50. They're still both even numbers, so I could continue dividing by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 50 divided by 2 is 25. And if you look at it, that is in simplest form. Okay, if you know your GCF, if you know your division really well, then you could move on and do this. 32 over 100, GCF is 4. So I could use my GCF there. 32 divided by 4 is 8. And then 100 divided by 4 is 25. Same exact as the other one. Converting fractions to percents. You have two methods to convert fractions to percents. The first one is to use proportion or the ratio table, and the next one is using division. Let's look at 2/5. 2/5 using proportions or ratio table. Our job is to make it out of 100 because that's the meaning of percents. So my denominator is automatically 100. So there are two ways to do the ratio table. First one, 5 times what is 100? So that's 20, and then the top should also be multiplied by 20. So you have 40 over 100, 40 out of 100, 40 per 100, that's 40 per cents. Okay? Or another way to do it is same thing, but this time using cross multiplication. That's 100. That'll be 2 times 100. That is 200 divided by this 5 right here as a divisor. Now let's try to write 2/5 as a percent using method number 2, which is division. So from here, that's 2/5. As we all know, the numerator goes first. The numerator goes inside. So if you divide 5 goes into 2 0 times, so you have to borrow decimal 0 and then decimal on top. How many 5 goes to 20? That's a 4. 4 times 5, that's 20. Then you have no remainders. So are you done now? No, you're not. From 4/10, that's a decimal. Now, how many times do you move again? You move 2 decimal places. So that would be 40%. 13/25. Okay, for me, I actually like proportions a little bit more, so I'm gonna do 13/25. Then I'll do my ratio table. Percent is out of 100, so I'll put 100 there. So we could do 25 times 4 is 100. So 13 times 4 is 52. So now my answer is 52/100 or 52%. There you have it, percent and fractions.